You already know what time it is. We in the business of hurt. What's happening?
Yeah, it's time to shine. Yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine. Yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. But we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt. We don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people. Y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business. Yeah, you already know who's coming. If you're scared to get hurt, you better start running. Run up, get done up with a spear like Lashley. Get balled up like MVP, don't at me. Either pay dirt, cause it's all about Benjamin. Upgrade to platinum, thank God for excellence. Don't make Alexander check y'all with a lumbar. Might as well tap out a submission, on bar. Wait a minute, rewind that back. Don't make Alexander check y'all with a lumbar. Might as well tap out a submission, on bar. Or get locked in a hurt lock, get jacked up. Wanna do business with us? Nah, back up. This is grown business, we will hurt you with our suits on. Put the work in and tend to be very hands-on. Pay us and go let the losers keep losing. All I gotta say is business is booming. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Or we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt, we don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people, y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business.
I try to hurt lock till his heart stop. Super kick to the face, then his head pop. I be the MVP, people envy me. I got a spear waiting for my enemy. All the belts we taking, these chicks see the money we making. Get the big bag, the ops been mad. Put your body in Lashley's chin bag. Snatch up gold, smack up foes. Handsome, we fresh head to toe. Tailor-made suits for my troops. You wanna choose? Ego boost. My job to hurt people, you're feeble. Get jackknife like Diesel. Full Nelson, break both arms. Use them as my good luck charm. Wine and cheese at Trattorias. Wash you up in my arena. Fold you up just like a pizza.
Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. But we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt, we don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people, y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business.
Yo. Fresh white paper, hip-hop maker. Blasting through the speakers, gonna disturb the neighbors. My mark on the bed, so you know she caught the vapors. Smoking that loud with the Hennessy chaser. Fly like a pilot, she feeling on my privates. I'm drinking like a pirate and fighting like I'm Irish. But I know to be a tyrant, the track is really biting. I'm getting real excited, ain't no time for biting. Lyrical stamina, bring it to an amateur. Pussy slam dancing her, probably on camera. Daily illustration, it's been a hood favorite. Mr. Illy Bang, stay street like the pavement. Architect with the bars, got my weed from Mars. Went from my slab, will leave your face scarred. Respect my cabinet, put you in the emblem. Light you on fire, so Sage can light a cigarette. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. I spit the hot flame just like I was dousing. She rides my cock, her tits is bouncing. Front brush your legs, sweep your face on water fountains. You lost your manhood, still never found it. You think you fly like a child, you're grounded. See you on the avenue, people always clown him. He's an embarrassment, the one that be around him. Throw him into Bronx River, go ahead and drown him. The juggernaut of rap, steady like a spike back. Catch him with a pimp strap and spitting that white crap. I beat a silverback, mixed with a beer. Turn up, mix the alcohol with beer. Got that weed smoke in the atmosphere. On my way to the strip club, hell yeah. Beats get body, you can't stop me. I love shorty head game and sloppy. I roll with tyrants that's controlling the environment. Keep tracks firing, keep the streets admiring. All these other bums should be retiring. Give them the pink slip, please just fire them. Balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. That's right. Kata you motherskons. Juggernaut of rappers in the goddamn building. Word up, BX representative. Smack the shit out the damn president. 1 2 1 2. Episode 264, B. Council Roundtable time. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Yeah, let me turn that shit down a little bit because while on the last live we did on the Facebook side, they was hitting me with mad copyright strikes just for audio. Like, this is just getting so bogus. This is getting more and more bogus. Can barely do anything. Can't do nothing on YouTube. Can't do nothing on Facebook. It's whatever. It's whatever. I don't even care no more. It is what it is. We still gonna ride out. Got SmackDown playing in the background. I started from the beginning. Oh, that was balls right there. Shit. Man, I don't even be trying and that shit just be happening. Speaking of bars, you already know the vibes, B. Juggernaut is everywhere as we speak. Getting good feedback from everybody that was listening to it, everybody listened to it and all that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for taking your time out to listen to it. Like I said, and I stands on it. One of the best projects I've done as of late. I pat myself on the back when it comes to Juggernaut B. Yeah. So yeah, SmackDown saw enough everybody coming to the venue. Paul Heyman with his ECW strut. He's by himself. We all know this dude Roman here gonna come back to Saturday night's main event. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, they're gonna show what happened on Netflix on Raw, whatever. I can't even fast forward the shit, can I? Yes, I can. Shit, I heard enough about Hogan all week. Hogan wanted to go viral. There you go. Ballet with the doodle. Peace to you too. And peace to LA, man. Praise God to everybody out there that's in LA, hold it down, Crazy time going on out there, man. Like, we wish everybody here at the council, wishing everybody well wishes, man. Seriously. Crazy news, B. Yeah, I saw that from the beginning. Cause I like to fast forward through shit. I don't like to watch it as it starts. I like to give it some time to play, so I could fast forward through the parts I don't really care about, like mainly commercials. Streaming services done spoiled me. Like, I hate commercials. A little ad here and there doesn't bother me. Like, it was like an ad that's like 30 seconds long, maybe 20 seconds long. Cool, whatever. And you get back to the show, I'm all for it. But one of them motherfuckers where they play like 3 or 4 ads, sometimes they'll play 2 of the same ads back to back. That's the shit that annoys me. What's next for Solo? What's Solo gonna do? Solo gonna just gracefully bow out, whatever case may be? I ain't gonna lie. Like, he just needs to go away for a long time. Like, go away until SummerSlam. Like, I would say have him leave for like till like after SummerSlam. Have him come back. Oh, let me turn this shit down. I might as well mute this shit because they'll every little thing they'll pick up or and hit me with copyright this, copyright that. It's wild out there. I hope they can get things under control soon. Definitely. Yeah. I think Solo should just, really fall back. Like, this dude, he's a bum. It just is what it is. Like, and you'll have some people out there, so like, he showed good character growth. Like, no, he didn't. Like, for instance, yeah, he cut good promos and shit like that. I'll give him that. But if this shit ends up with you laying on the mat, looking up at the damn lights like a damn electrician, that is all for nothing. It just is what it is. Like it's a Bray Wyatt effect. Bray Wyatt used to cut great promos, and what will happen when the bell goes ding, ding, ding? He ends up losing. No, he ain't show up yet. Yeah, he needs to pack it up. And granted, I'm not gonna lie. Monday, he had you know what I'm saying? That was the best he looked in a long time in that match between him and this dude Roman. He looked dominant in that match, whatever the case may be, and that should just be the proper send-off right there. I know they're gonna have to come to a conclusion. Like, it's Jacob and this dude Tama and Tonga, or they're gonna still follow suit, follow this dude lead, or they just gonna banish him, or what they're gonna do. I was saying from before that if eventually they end up breaking up, whatever the case may be, if Jacob Fatu end up being a solo wrestler, I wouldn't mind seeing him and Tama being a tag team. Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Shit, how you feeling, Black Soul? We was trying to reach out to you and shit. We was trying to check up on you, see if you was good money. Let me open up them floodgates real quick. So he has some things to get off his chest, but it's nothing too huge. I just have some issues. Come on. Hit that link, Jack. I see you.
It was good, man.
Yo. Yeah, man. How you feeling? You good?
Yeah, like I'm all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we was trying to reach out to you and shit. A couple last night, or yesterday, last night, and earlier today, we was trying to reach out to you.
Like, you could reach out to my Instagram. You have my Instagram, right?
True that, but I hit you up on Facebook. I hit you up in the group chat. Well, we hit you up in the group chat and try to hit you up on Facebook.
Yeah,
because you normally be in the chat as of late. That's why I figured, you know what I mean. But
yeah,
glad you're doing good though. What's up?
I just decided to go offline for a little bit.
I feel you.
You know what I mean, like decompress and shit.
I feel you. Sometimes we all need that break from the buffoonery when it comes to being on here, online and shit.
But like, there are levels of stupidity that are beyond my comprehension. So I'm just going to run it by you, see if you could decipher the bullshit. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm like looking online, talking. Most people were talking about the whole Hulk Hogan situation.
Yep, all week.
Well, they said that in order for WWE to make this a good thing, that he needs to come back as NWO Hulk Hogan. I was like, wait a minute. Motherfucker is 71 years old.
I've heard that same thing too. I heard people say he should come back as Hollywood. No, it's just over. That's it. It's over.
Why in the fuck would NWO anything make this any better?
Right. Like, people just don't want to come to gripes with it's just over. He had a hell of a career. He put wrestling on the map. Nobody can take that shit from him. That was on him that he tarnished his own legacy. That's on him. He only could blame himself.
Then Sean View, that grade A moron.
Oh God, that dude like
said, oh, he's gonna be the Raw GM and he's gonna be NWO. Okay, that's all. Like,
I told you, that dude is a fucking madman.
They're like, what the fuck are you thinking?
He is fucking crazy.
Like, it's just it's incomprehensible. It's incomprehensibly stupid for you to think that way.
Yeah, he does a lot of what's that shit? Clickbaity type shit. He talks clickbaity, and a lot of people, believe it or not, fall for the bullshit. Like, he trying to take credit for the whole CM Punk shit showing up in AEW. It's like, my dude, you were saying CM Punk was gonna come back years before he showed up at AEW.
Like, to me, like, I'm sitting there like, you do know it's not going to happen, right?
Hell no, it's not going to happen. Like, for what? Hogan is just not needed. Like, as racist as he is, and he knows, of course, it's fucked up. Even putting that to the side, Hogan doesn't offer anything.
Like I tried to put levity into the situation. I was like, okay, the only way Hogan comes back is if Vince is back in charge. That's the only way. Because only Vince would do something that stupid. Like, right. Trips.
Yeah, he would.
Like, Trips sometimes is a moron, but he's not that epically stupid.
No. What's good, Nate?
What's going on? Hey, Blackstar, you near those fires or no?
No. Like, I live in the IE, so
okay.
I would have to travel past Anaheim in order for that to happen.
Oh, wow. Well, you know why these fires started? Because they booed Hogan on Monday, so there you go.
Yeah, I heard motherfuckers are saying that stupid shit. I'm like, really?
Hey, when it all crashes down, that's what Hogan said in this song. Real American.
Yeah, I seen that post. Motherfuckers is crazy.
I started laughing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, then like, I'm sitting there, right? And I saw Omega coming back to Dynamite. I was like, okay, now things are starting to get interesting. Then, like, I heard people saying, like, oh, AEW's done. I was like, you do know Tony Khan's a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing.
That the only no. That the only way AEW dies is if David Zaslav gets fired. That's the only possible way.
No, like, if they don't have a TV deal.
Yeah, if David Zaslav gets fired, that's the only possible way.
Who's David Zaslav again?
He's the head executive of TNT. Or Turner.
Right. Okay. Yeah, like, if these dudes' reigns keep going down, and I doubt it'll keep going down. They're probably just in their down period. Like, it happens to the best of companies. They be on their down period, then they'll bounce back. You know, some do, some don't. Well, some do, most don't. But, like, they just gotta have some direction, man. That's all. That's all, motherfucker. I know there's people out there that just want to crack jokes on AEW, just for the fuck of it. But they just lack direction. Like, going to the Kenny shit, the Kenny Omega shit. Like, it's like they want us to forget that this dude had beef with the Elite. You know what I'm saying? The Elite was the one that packed them up, and now they teasing a feud between him and Ospreay,
which makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, like, that just came out of nowhere. Like you still beefing with Don Callis and shit with his horrible fucking entrance music. Yo, Don Callis got the worst entrance music ever.
Hey, get you talking.
That shit
I think
sound
Nate
like
said
a
that,
fat
right?
man with skid marks in his underwear chasing the ice cream truck up the hill.
I think Nate, you said that, right?
I don't know. No, I ain't never said that.
Like, is it Nate or Toph? What have you two said?
Probably
That
Toph.
just
I
sound
don't
like a
know.
long burp. That's how that dude entrance music sound like a long burp. Like what the fuck is that?
I used to make fun of Samoa Joe's team music. It was like you're eating Taco Bell and ripping farts on the way to the toilet or something. Samoa Joe. Bum, 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 bum.
Like, I like his ROH theme. His ROH theme was badass.
Yeah.
But the champ is here.
TKO, what it do though?
What up, y'all? What up, Black Star?
Yeah, what's did he?
I think with Omega, they're just trying to set up some feuds maybe in the future for Ospreay, and he's got Okada too and stuff like that.
Well,
I think that's all they're doing.
Well, they're not doing. The report just came out. They're not doing Omega versus Okada until All In. So
yeah.
This is just for Kenny to give Kenny something to do.
Which thank the good Lord for that, because I was almost positive that Tony Khan was gonna bust his nut. Put it on.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was gonna fight on
Dynamite.
Maximum Carnage. I really thought they was going there with Maximum Carnage. Yeah, Kenny Omega versus Ospreay.
Well, they have that Australia show coming up, so they probably want to build that card up.
Yeah, what's that again?
Grand Slam or something.
Yeah,
Grand Slam Australia.
I was so prepared for like next week TKO going like, well, the main event's gonna be Okada versus Omega. Wait, what?
Low key, I was starting to believe it too, but I know some fans are upset that they're waiting this long for it. I'm like, really?
Yeah, he had to bring Omega back though, because there's a lot, you know what I'm saying? AEW needs something going on coming into the new year. And, you got these big pay-per-views coming up. You got, Grand Slam isn't really a payper-view. It's like a pay-per-view on TV, so to speak. And then you got Revolution right after that. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to need to, start doing something.
Like I said, as long as Omega is healthy enough to still go, then that's what matters.
The biggest excuse has now disappeared. Now there are no excuses. You have to go over 800,000 viewers now. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Your horses are back in the stable.
Bless you.
It's time to go. Bless you.
Any word like where they're getting ratings for Max or anything for Dynamite?
No, they haven't added the Max viewers.
Yeah, I know it doesn't count.
Like 188,000.
Yeah, that was for TBS. Yeah, so I don't think they count. Oh, I was wondering what the Max is getting. How many views they've been getting for Max?
It's interesting because Netflix, they came out with theirs right away.
Yeah, it was like 2.6 US, and then combined it was like 4 point something.
4.9 or something like that.
Yeah. So, which is kind of low too. You figure how big WWE is. You figure for a show they would have been over 10 million something combined.
No, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, they got time zones too, so people.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch Raw. They'll fall right back to sleep.
That's what I'm saying. Like there are not barriers, but there are differences in countries. Like no one's gonna wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning just to watch Monday Night Raw.
Hell no.
Oh God,
that'll be something.
I can't. If I can't even stay up to watch New Japan, what the fuck make you think of to stay up to watch?
Don't even in Europe. They don't even call it Monday Night Raw. They call it Tuesday Morning Pillow. That's what they call it. Pillow talk.
I believe that. Yeah, these other
fucking Linus.
Man, these other countries are fucking lucky sometimes, man.
So 2.6 sounds about right.
That's not bad. That's pretty much what they're doing USA, if not more. Actually, doing more than USA Network. Yeah.
So. That's what I'm saying. That's like 2.6 sounds about right. 4.9 is pretty high.
Yeah, that's combined. Yeah, it's like everywhere.
Like to say, like the pretty least, or the very least. But in
Mm-hmm.
order for the whole thing to move over to Netflix, those two numbers have to stay about the same, 2.6 to 4.9.
Yeah,
It has to stay on that. It has to stay in that. I think
this Monday show is going to be key. This Monday show is going to be key because they probably pissed off a lot of people with like a long run time and commercials and stuff like that. Not a lot of matches, so they better come out and like firing with some big matches.
But because like if it does not, then here's my prediction. I think that the shows SmackDown, Raw, and NXT will move over to Netflix here in the United States. The pay-per-views will stay on Peacock, pretty much. Like the Peacock shows or the like Raw, SmackDown, Netflix, all that would move over to Netflix because like what I know about this was because like I used to do cybersecurity for Prime, and like what they showed me was right before Prime, huh?
Prime,
yeah, Amazon Prime.
Oh, Amazon Prime. Okay,
Amazon Prime. Yeah,
like right before Peacock got the bid for WWE, they showed me how Amazon was going to do it. Like they're gonna have like a separate section for WWE. It'll just have just WWE content on there. So it'll go like Amazon X WWE, pretty much.
You said that's what's happening on Amazon Prime? I was watching the show. My bad. Like, said that one more time.
I said, okay. Like I was working for Amazon Prime at
he's top flight security, Craig.
And like what they showed me was that like it would be a separate section on the Prime streaming network with just WWE stuff. Like it'll have like Raw, SmackDown, WCW, ECW. And like that would be separate from everything else that Amazon did. It was like the NFL. That would be separate from that.
But that's like a lot of storage for Amazon. They got a lot of bandwidth. Holy shit! All that content for WWE. You know?
Yeah, like basically, but like what they did was that like they just separated. They separated Raw, Nitro, SmackDown, Saturday Night Heat, all that type of stuff, and it'll be on like a separate section.
You said they're supposed to be doing this?
No, that's what they were going to do.
Oh,
that's what was going to happen.
Oh,
yeah, then fell through.
And then like right before Peacock got the
deal.
Like, that was what the plan was. I think that Netflix is going to do something similar to that, where every single show is going to be on a separate section.
Yeah, like how Peacock was. Like that's how Peacock was. Well, in a way, yeah, WWE was on the like a category, but it was like subcategories within that category. Like you have the Raw, SmackDown, the old school shows, shit like that.
Yeah, so basically like all the shows, because like that's how much room they have. They would have room just for the shows. That's it. They wouldn't have room for the pay-per-views. They'll just have room for the shows here in the United States. Like they don't have the bandwidth to have every single pay-per-view, every single show, including Nitro and ECW, or Nitro, Thunder, and ECW.
I would say this though. At first, I was a little skeptical about them going to Peacock, but if you think of it, that's really a good deal because not only you get like all the WWE content, you also have Peacock, and you basically only paying like an extra $5, maybe $6. It's not, and so you get a shitload of content for only $26 more. You really can't beat that.
No.
So basically, what I'm telling you guys is that like It has to stay within the 2.5 to 4.9 range. If it drops any further, like if it goes like 1.8 to 2.5 here in the United States, and it goes like 3 to like 2 worldwide, then everything would stay the way that it is here in the United States. Around the world, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They would just put like the WWE shows. That's it. No Nitro, no ECW, none of that stuff. It would just be WWE content. That's it. That's all. And then Peacock will have everything else.
Yeah.
So that's.
I mean, Netflix is like hurting for content anyways because Cobra Kai is almost done, and then they come with some new shows here and there. But they'll give WWE a longer rope to hang themselves with some of the other stuff.
That's like my prediction. My prediction is that it has to stay within that range.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a choice.
If not, they're gonna have more commercials because they have to make ad revenue. So there we go.
The commercials ain't going away no time soon. My thing is with the commercials, they gotta know how to time them shits right. They gotta put them in the right slots. They'll start playing the commercial when shit start getting good.
Yeah,
it's like it was their first live shows, so I'm giving them a little bit of a break.
Yeah, like the first Netflix show, it wasn't a bad show, but it wasn't a good show either. I get it. They got to figure things out here and there. But
to me, I was thinking though that Netflix show was strictly for Netflix. Honestly,
I think that was to bring back casuals. I think so too.
And to me, I look at that as just like a trial run for Netflix. But from here on out, it's gonna be for they got to go back to the usual. Fans. Yeah,
it's basically their pilot episode. Now you got to get to the real stuff. Now you had your pilot.
So you think this dude, The Rock, is just gonna switch back to the final boss, the real final boss, and start wigging the fuck out like
no,
like Raw, Raw and Netflix didn't happen the first episode. Like this we don't care about that. That's in the past. Now I'm back to my bullshit.
They already scrapped the idea of Rock versus Cody. So
yeah.
Oh, so it's definitely a wrap then.
Yeah. Did they censor him on the CW, the NXT show? Because he was dropping F-bombs left and right in his promo.
Yeah, he was ODing.
Holy crap! I saw that on whatever. It was uncensored.
Like it's basically going to be Rock Roman, and I'm almost guaranteeing it's going to be one of those Saudi shows.
Well, well, they just confirmed that Roman is going to compete in the Royal Rumble match. So,
yeah, man,
they'll probably have Rock Roman at that Saudi Royal Rumble next year because I guess he can't do anything this year because of that live Moani 2 movie. He's actually in it or something, so he can't wrestle.
That's what it's going to be. Like it's going to be in one of those Saudi shows.
Yeah, I would go Royal Rumble next year, if anything.
Well, with Roman in the Royal Rumble,
Punk's not going to be there.
You can imagine Punk's not going to be there next year.
He's not going to be at Blood Money 2026. Blood Money.
And notice how they didn't even ask him either. Basically, it's up to Punk if he shows up or not.
Like
the only way Punk will be at a Saudi show if they kidnap his wife and drag her to Saudi Arabia. That's it.
Hey, Saudi.
Like it's basically like my peer like this is like super early, but like my prediction is that it could be Cody versus Aleister Black.
Okay. When next year?
That's very very early.
You already coming out with these crazy ass on fantasy booking, yo.
Well, Black's contract is up in February, so
he's leaving, and they already hinted to him.
Does he got that clause in his contract? Did he give him the Vince McMahon clause?
No, he's already done.
He's done.
Yeah, he had like opt-outs in his contract. I guess it was till 2027, but he has opt-outs every year to leave AEW.
Yes, that's the one clause he got in his deal. Like he could literally leave if he chooses.
That was masterful by him.
And then Ospreay with him.
Y'all might think I'm crazy. I think he should go to Impact.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you're crazy. I think so too. I think so too, honestly.
To face who?
He can find a few people there.
Name 4. No, name 2.
Yeah. Flop Dollar. There we go. Beat up the biggest heel.
Bummy
Flop
Dollar.
Dollar.
Shit, he go up against Dolph Ziggler. He go up against Moose.
Moose, yeah.
A
couple of them.
That might work.
Speaking of Ziggler, man, I got the funny feeling that he's gonna beat Joe Hendry again.
He's not.
He might as well. Seriously, he might as well.
I really do. After watching the highlights of Impact this week, I think he's gonna turn heel with his brother.
Because Tessa's gonna beat Jordan Grace.
What's good, Toe?
Hey, what up, man?
Yeah, Clam Blanchard's gonna win. There we go.
God, I don't know why they doing Jordan Grace dirty like this. Yo, Jordan Grace, if you can hear me, you should do a fucking Austin Aries and just flip everybody off.
You should cycle off.
Hey,
Jordan, if you can hear us, cycle off the roids right now.
Like, for real, like nobody would blame you if you did.
Like cycle off right now, because there's no way your piss is going to be burning out.
Just
a cycle off.
Man, do an Austin Aries and just flip everybody off on the way out. Nobody will blame you. After everything you did for Impact, they want you to job out to Tessa. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just no sell everything and lay down
TNA, 1, 2, 3. Like they just can't help them fucking selves.
Because at AEW, like I seriously don't think AEW gives a fuck. Just look at Brian Cage. That motherfucker's still big as fuck.
Shit, he going against Kenny, man. Like that might be a sleeper right there. That match might cook low key.
Brian Cage has been wanting that match for like 4 years. He better cook.
Brian Cage is on roids only known in South America.
Because he's not a man. He's a machine.
Like,
he cooked on Lucha Underground. No lie.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Like the Maximum Carnage card don't look too bad.
No, it doesn't.
That's because his presentation was different in Lucha Underground. He was a tweener, first of all. You know, he beat up baby faces and heels. The way he was presented was like a badass, like he would just kill everybody. But the way he's presented in AEW is just like any other dude. You know, he's presented like not necessarily a jobber, but just the way he looks in AEW, he reminds me of like give me an example, Nate. Like those what was that one dude? Wasn't there there was a guy that was like on WCW Saturday Night back in the day? I think his name was like Jim Powers or something.
Yeah.
They always had him against they always used him as like the shine up guy to like if there was someone on Nitro like that was in a feud like say like DDP or Booker T or Guerrero, they would face like Jim Powers like a nice tune up match.
Enhancements handling something.
That's kind of like how they use. It's not a bad spot to be in. I mean, every wrestler and company has a few wrestlers like that. But
Jim Powers Roadblock, the Yeti.
Jim Powers though.
Jesus.
Henny God said, "Hold on, let me see what Henny God said." Listen, I only watched Hurt Syndicate clips so far, so bear with me, man. Look, the Hurt Syndicate, man, they look like fucking stars.
We hurt people.
Hurt people.
They look like fucking stars.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about Private Party, but they about to get their lunch money taken.
Yeah,
they about to win. They about to win the tag titles, man. That's crazy.
I thought they were saving them for Murder Machine, but I stand corrected.
That's a great name, by the way. I still like that name.
Murder Machine. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a great name. But hey,
I'll go with like Archer interfering in that match on Wednesday, and then they're gonna probably they'll do Omega and Ospreay teaming up in that Australia show against the Murder Machine, Cage and Archer. Watch, I'm calling it right now.
Unless if they don't do that, they're definitely gonna do fucking Kyle Fletcher and Takeshi.
Yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah, that'd be good too. That wouldn't be bad. I mean,
that. I mean, either way, it works.
Yeah. That'd be good. That'd be a good match.
I definitely see Omega and Ospreay having one more round.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. They have to.
I like Private Party too. I mean, they're cool and all, but
they're not doing nothing with them.
Yeah, it's not working. It's not going to end well for them. Any kind of match with the Hurt Syndicate is not going to end well for them. I don't see a way for them to get out of this without losing the titles.
That Private Party promo was pure death. Like Bobby Lashley looked at him and said, like, "You guys are going to die."
They need a manager. Like I like the entrance. You know, the
name one.
What's that?
I said name one. I don't think there's a manager alive that could save them.
Oh no! What's his name could save him? You know, the black dude. What's his name?
Prince Nana?
No, Stokely? The other one.
Stokely?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stokely, yeah.
He can save.
Stokely sucks.
Great.
No, he don't.
Yes.
You don't like Stokely?
No.
He'll be okay.
Stokely's great. What are you talking about?
He's good.
Yeah, I like Stokely. Yeah, I like Stokely. I don't know. I guess
he's
blacks
good.
don't like Stokely. I don't know.
I mean, they got the Private Party. They got the marketing down like that. Like first off, that's a nice name. I like the.
Hold on. Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, sure.
If Stokely is the manager, wouldn't they turn heel? Because Stokely's the heel manager, right?
Not necessarily. Just depends. You know, you gotta let the fans decide. But just
okay.
depends. But yeah, what I'm saying is
WWE turn. So
personally, like I like their name, Private Party. That's a nice name. I like the little presentation they do when they come out. You know, where that security guy, like, you know, I don't know the name of those things. I like that. Yeah. I like the theme song where it's like shots. You know, the people do it with them. Like, it's cool. I like their finish name, Gin and Juice. That's a great finish name. So, yeah, but it's like their promos are just okay, and they're just missing something. What
that's the problem. They can't cut a promo.
That's why I
need
a
That's good, Josh.
But they're young, man. They're very young. They got plenty of time to figure it out.
So they can afford to take a loss because they're young.
They need to get the fuck out of AEW. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they had a good moment.
The answer to Street Profits? No, the answer to Street Profits was the Acclaim, but that doesn't matter now. So
yeah,
it really doesn't.
Like I don't know what they're doing with Street Profits right now.
Then, for some inexplicable reason, I thought, and just mind me here, I thought that that there was going to put not Tessa, but that Puerto Rican chick. I forgot her name.
What company?
TNA.
Puerto Rican chick.
Like she's really short.
Oh, I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Hold on.
I don't watch.
Maybe Ballet might know.
I don't watch the Hot Dog Soda Company. Sorry.
Knockouts. Let me get the Knockouts roster. Hold on.
Okay.
Thanks for the thumbs up. For the rest of y'all,
knockout.
Hit that thumbs up, B.
Knockout roster. That sounds like Bill Cosby back in the day.
I don't even know who the knockout champion is now. Who is knockout champion?
Jesus.
Marsha Slemovich.
Oh,
Slemovich. The hell? It sounds like a tennis player. Pretty low.
That's what I was talking about.
The Russian.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Oh, Tasha Steelz. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that the Tibu Sasha Banks?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like, I thought that that Jordan Grace was going to face her. I was like, okay, that's it's not a believable matchup, but if you want somebody to cheat or to beat her and kind of like Montreal screw job her in a non-shoot way, Tasha would be the perfect person to do it.
Bella said, I don't watch that show.
They're still on? They're still on?
Yeah, I just go on their YouTube and check out highlights. That's what I'm doing.
We're on 2:00 in the morning, MSG Network.
Yeah,
all I know,
that's what I do too.
Yeah, all I know about Tessa was when they brought her back like a thief in the night. They didn't tell anybody. They didn't tell the roster.
Because they knew they were going to, because
exactly. They knew people was going to be like, hell no. Yeah.
They knew they were going to hate it. Come on now.
I thought for sure that she was going to face Tasha Steelz. I was like, okay, her versus Tasha would be a good matchup on the way out. But I was all like, but as soon as I saw Tessa, I was like, yep, this is a fuck you to her on the way out.
I'll make an effort to try to check them out more because they got some big moves this year. Because one of their shows this year is going to be like in the same. I forgot the name of the arena, but the AEW did Forbidden Door last year in that arena. It's like a 15,000 seat arena, which is like that's very, very that's big for them.
Yeah,
is that Canada?
From that immediately.
Ambitious. That's what I'm looking for. Very ambitious for TNA to have that type. Black tarp 5,000 of those seats immediately.
Oh god.
Hey, you know what? I'll give that to TNA. They and I know you remember saying, man, TNA was like one thing Hogan and Bischoff were really good at. I can't believe I'm giving Hogan a compliment. They were so good at booking like those 10,000 seat arenas, but they would like set it up to make it look full. They would do that all the time. They were really good at that.
Oh, that open fight night concept. I actually like that shit, and it had a big pretty good feel. You know what I'm saying? The arena looked packed. It looked like people was actually invested.
Right.
The arena had mirrors, so it looked like a full crowd because it's two-sided. Reflection.
Well, when they on their UK tours, like when they went like
shit, yeah.
They used to be packing out stadiums out there.
They were rocking.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said go to Europe more because they're always hanging for wrestling. So there, bam.
Well, they gotta afford that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Keep doing that if they can't afford it.
But they'll sell the tickets. They'll get the crowd.
All of a sudden start to show.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy how much they've recovered. I remember things were so dire. What was that one picture? It was during like the black and gold NXT days. I forgot exactly who it was, but things were so bad for TNA at one point. They just had like an office. They didn't even have a headquarters. It was like a small, like how you go to those apartment complexes where it's like each apartment is like owned by a different company.
Yeah,
and it was like, and it was the TNA headquarters was like a small office within another office. Like that's how like insignificant they were at one point in time. Like
room for rent, 2 bedrooms.
You gotta love the grind, I guess. That's a grind.
You know it was close to ball game over the second that Eddie Edwards was your biggest face.
Room for rent, $900 a month, and they got a gift card to Little Caesars Pizza. That's what TNA was.
Shout out to
what he said. Hold on, Henny God said, add Miss Parker to my chocolate trio. Naomi, Bianca, Jade, and Miss Parker. Good, got googly moogly.
Googly moogly.
Yeah.
Shout out to A-Track. I remember when Lashley lost to Eddie Edwards. That dude almost had a stroke on stream. I had to call 911 for him. I was like, it's gonna be all right, bro. He was like, no, fuck that. Fuck Eddie Edwards.
Like, did it his former tag team partner have like this massive scandal?
What, Davey Richards?
Yeah, there you go.
Davey kept going through like I'm retired, but not really. He like first he retired and he went back to school, which is admirable. Got his degree. Then he came back to wrestle again.
But didn't he beat the living shit out of his girlfriend?
I was about to go there. Then he got canceled again because he beat up his ex. So.
Davey Richards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This motherfucker. Yeah. They shut him after that allegation or whatever. They was like, yeah, he went done. Because I think that wasn't the first time he was accused of that shit. I think he has a history of that.
It's a shame too because him and Eddie were a good team. The Wolves, it was really good.
The Wolves. Y'all like the Wolves.
Like I was sitting there and I was like, how did he get Get not Madison Rain, but the other chick.
Angelina Love.
Angelina Love. That's like, how did he get Angelina Love?
Yeah.
Yeah, another dude that was real nice. He's like the one indie guy. Well, not one indie guy. He's one of the indie guys that he was everywhere, like in the 2010s, but he got canceled. Was the Michael Elgin dude? That guy was really nice in the ring. I liked his work, but you can't be beating up chicks, man. Can't be doing that.
Hey, like Tony Schiavone said about DDP, the biggest dirtbags in high school got the prettiest women. So there you go.
Like, you can't be going around beating up women. Who you think you are, Stone Cold?
Stone Cold. Taking off in a Corvette.
the person who beat up women and made it look like a fucking art was fucking what's the Japanese dude's name? Like a really fucked up head.
No, Tina Turner's not Tina Turner. Who the fuck was it? Yeah, who the fuck was it? Ike Turner. Ike Turner.
Like he was in AEW, and like he beat he beat the dog shit out of
Oh, you mean Suzuki?
Yeah.
Suzuki. Oh shit.
He said Ike Turner. Ike Turner not Japanese.
No, I'm talking about Ike Turner beating up women.
Minoru Suzuki, yeah.
Asuka kicked the shit out of her in a match.
That's how you know Asuka's a freak, because that was her idea. She was like,
"Oh yeah."
That ass whooping that Minoru Suzuki gave Asuka was a work of art.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she.
Or remember was Austin and Triple H beating the shit out of Lita with the chair? Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh hell yeah!
That's the American version of that.
2-man power chair.
That was sudden.
She earned her
I remember JR's call. The rattlesnake's been corrupted.
two women that I always give credit to is Mae Young and
oh
Lita.
hell yeah!
Oh yeah, they didn't get fucked.
Mae Young was tough, man. She was tough.
Oscar's recovering from the knee.
Yeah, Oscar's hurt. Henny God. She might be back by Rumble time. I won't be surprised if she makes a surprise entrance.
Because I think Umaga pulled no punches on her. It was a part of a 2-man power trip. Or not 2-man, 3-minute warning. It was a part of 3-minute warning, and to beat the shit out of Mae Young, I was like, good God.
Yeah, Umaga beating up the lesbians. I always remember that. That was great.
Dude, I see that truck once in a while, like around here, HLA, and I start laughing every time I see that truck with HLA, hot lesbian action. Like, yeah.
Ooh, Umaga.
See, that's what Don Callis should have had Murder Machine like. He should have had him a little bit like 3-minute warning.
There you go.
Just have him come out and wreck shit.
Yeah, that would work.
So, no, tune in next week on Dynamite. They'll steal that idea. There we go. Right, Tony?
I think it's too late now.
No,
It might be too late for that. They should have. That's how he should have introduced them, especially when this dude all shit went all Drew Savage on us.
McIntyre on Wish. I love that.
Yeah, like what? Like what? Why this dude? Like, I guess you cosplaying McIntyre now. Whatever.
Timu Drew.
Timu Drew. Right.
Timu Drew.
Shit. But what's y'all thoughts on this dude, Vinnie Mac? Man, like he's like 1 down, 3 to go.
Yeah.
I have no faith in this justice system.
It's nowhere near it. It's nowhere near over.
He about to send the whole judicial system through college. All their kids is going through college with the money he about to pay these motherfuckers. Their kids and their kids, they going to college. Full scholarship.
He's going to be like the guy. Remember when Jericho came back and that runner and he gets clothesline? That's going to be McMahon. He's going to get through like all these trials and then fucking going to get a clothesline at the end. And nope, that's where it's going to end. The last trial or some shit.
I'm telling you, the way this is gonna end is gonna be fucking Paul London going, I hope you burn in hell.
Shit.
I think he's really gonna end up going scot free after all this shit. You think he's gonna go through unscathed?
He's gonna spend at least 2 years in jail.
Yeah.
He ain't going to no prison. Like,
Don't put him
you're
in
gonna
a country club prison.
You're gonna go to a country club and chill the fuck
Yeah,
out.
like Stallone in
and
lockup in the beginning. Yeah.
Man,
Look at
listen,
some
with
shit.
Donald Trump in office, he might get him a pardon because he's buddies.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised there, too. There we go.
But he'll still have to serve, like, I think, how many years? Probably like 4 years.
If that's
before
the
you get a
case,
pardon.
if that was the
I'm
case,
not
then
sure.
Trump would be in jail right now.
Like Vince will go to a Canadian prison, he will leave. I'm leaving. Come back, okay?
Man, Trump will be in
these,
jail too if that was the case.
Man, these news stations are trying so hard to make this Hogan thing political. Like,
it's not
totally ignoring the fact that Taker is also a Trump supporter and he got the loudest pop of the night.
Right.
But okay.
Exactly.
No, like wasn't the loudest pop of the night Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah,
I look at
it. Pop too.
We all, man.
Yeah,
we all
shout outs to Mark Henry too for exposing Hogan, because I already knew about that. To any listeners who didn't hear, after the N-word thing happened,
I did not know that.
Henry had approached Hogan with the idea of doing some tours, going to black colleges, talking to black athletes, and Hogan was like, "That doesn't work for me, brother.
Don't work for me, brother."
I was like, "That's fucked up."
Yeah.
Which means
Terry bullshit Bollea.
Which means not only Bobby the Brain Heenan was right, but New Day was right. Those are two things that never started off.
And the stupid thing is, when they did Saturday Night Main Event, they went out of their way to add out Hogan from everything. So the fact that they edited him out, and by the way, that's really hard to do because he was on every single one of them. So, but still, they edited him out. So the fact that they did that tells me that they knew that he was going to get booed. So it's like, you do that, but then you get in bed with him in this beer sponsor. Like, why didn't you just fucking call Stone Cold? Why not get Stone Cold?
Which is weird. Isn't that weird? And I know Stone Cold has an IPA to promote. Like, it's just,
the Broken Skulls. The Broken
Skulls IPA, right.
They want to pay him the money.
I'm not much of an IPA guy. I don't know.
Hogan was a cheaper option. I don't know. Shit.
Well, they should have just did we just pay Ric Flair for wings.
I heard that fucking All American beer tastes like dishwater.
I was telling Toph the other day, I'm surprised Hogan hasn't said he was in like 9/11. One of the towers was collapsing. He had 4 women on his back, and he got them up before they collapsed. With all his fucking lies Hogan's been doing for 40 years.
I never forget
I think that's what it is.
Didn't he say one time he was supposed to fight this dude Mike Tyson in the bare-fisted match in the UFC?
Yes, some shit.
Are you serious? This dude would have beat you to a pulp.
He said he was there when Bruiser Brody got stabbed to death. There's so many fucking lies, Hogan. Everything he says is a fucking lie. Jesus Christ.
The ultimate Hulk Hogan lie would be like a year from now, going like, "Oh, I was on the first Raw on Netflix, brother, and when I came out, the sold out crowd in Los Angeles gave me a standing ovation." Like, wait, what?
Shit, you know how WWE be editing shit? They would phone in that fake crowd noise and have it like he was an person.
They would edit it.
Yeah, of course they would. You know they would.
Look at the 92 Royal Rumble when Sid threw him out. They edited that out because fans were cheering for fucking Sid. They throw Hogan. They edited that shit out.
It was so bad. Pat McAfee was yelling over the booze.
Yeah. Jeez.
Vince only had to pay $1.7 million for the charges by the
That's
SEC.
nothing.
It's not. That shit is
a few
little shillings out of this dude. Like
that's $17
he paid for WCW.
Yeah,
so.
That's like one weekend with hookers and coke for Vince. That's nothing. So
right, he spent that shit on hookers and blow in a month.
Blow.
I think what it is that I think Hogan's not
allegedly.
I think what it is that Hogan's not used to being protected. Because he's been protected this whole time. It goes back as far back to the 80s, He did that segment with Jake the Snake back in the day, that legendary segment that nobody could fucking find.
Mm. Oh, yeah, where fans were cheering for Jake the Snake and shit. Yeah, it was over. Yep.
Big thing.
Who's this?
It's Anubis.
Oh, okay. What up, Anubis?
Yeah.
How y'all doing? I was listening to y'all do the Hogan talk, and I was like, dang, I was really liking it.
brother.
Yeah, you know, I hate him, brother. Hated him since the 80s.
Yeah, he said he saw the Metallica. He was supposed to be the,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
the
no, audition for Metallica. That's what it was.
No,
yeah.
hold on. What?
Yeah.
He was going to be a guitarist for Metallica. Yeah.
He also was supposed to be in The Wrestler, but he said the script was too good.
Yeah,
Here's my favorite one. Here's my favorite one. This is a newer one.
Too much money.
He was supposed to. This is one of my favorite newer ones. He said recently that he was supposed to be Goro in Mortal Kombat, but due to scheduling conflicts, he couldn't do it.
Yo, I never. That's a new one. I didn't hear that one before. He was supposed to be
Goro.
The funniest one I heard was when Hogan said that he was supposed to commit suicide, and who saved him was Layla Ali, and Layla Ali immediately said, "Fuck,
what?
I don't even know who the fuck you are."
You know what Hogan is? Hogan has become the new Chuck Norris. He's become the new Chuck Norris, except the reverse. I remember, like,
because everyone lies on Chuck Norris.
Right, but the Chuck Norris jokes were just for shits and giggles. Like, we were all just fucking around. But the Hogan stuff, the Hogan stuff is because he's a liar. So now people are just making up.
Just for nothing. He just lied just to lie. Like, my dude, why you had to lie about that? It wasn't really necessary.
He about to now. He think that the fact that he got booed on Raw is going to be a way for him to make money off it. Go heel.
Yeah.
You know,
he probably take it.
I got a theory about it. I think it's because of WrestleMania 3. Remember, the whole big thing was him body slamming Andre the Giant, and nobody had done it before, except that Harley Race had done it before.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't Junkyard Dog the first one? No, it was Kamala. I think Kamala was the first one to body slam Andre the Giant.
And then Harley Race. You know what I mean? It's just funny because it's like, that was already done.
They was like, oh, it's Kamala. Who cares?
Yeah. And Harley Race, they're just like, and they couldn't say that to Harley Race, though. Because, you know, Harley Race carried heat. Yeah. He would shoot you.
There's some dirt sheet saying that they want to use the reaction as a storyline. And I'm just like, dude, like, there's good heat. There's nuclear heat. There's turn the channel heat. And then there's, like, bad PR heat. Nobody wants to see it. Like, you can't turn this into a storyline. Like, that was not, nobody wants to see Hogan at all. Period.
Yeah, that was go away heat.
Yeah, they try to. That's what we were talking about before y'all pulled up, saying, but they wanted to spin this into turning them Hollywood. Like, why? Like, no, we just don't want to see him.com.
That's what fans need to understand.
You know what?
Like, they're legit like pissed off because that was a big night for them. And the Hogan shit, like, it's funny, right? Because we live in the wrestling bubble for so long, it's very easy to forget about the real world. The Hogan shit was like national news. It was on like CNN, Fox News, ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC. They don't like that shit. That, like, the most talked about point of the show was Hogan being booed. That's bad PR for them. So this is not going to be a storyline. If anything,
the only way this will ever possibly be would possibly like work out is if the only way Hogan appears is if it's in Florida. That's it.
They booed him in Florida too. Remember WrestleMania 37? They had Titus O'Neil with him, and they still booed him.
But not Tampa though. Like, I don't think Tampa would boo him.
I don't think it matters, bro. I think wrestling crowds are gonna boo him. UFC crowds, I don't know. Basketball, football, I don't know. Political crowds, obviously.
Because
because didn't he show up at a UFC show? Like, at
and that person immediately got his ass whooped for that.
But was he booed? Was he booed when he was with him?
Mixed.
Mixed.
Well, yeah, that's what he should have. He should have gave his beer sponsor to some. I don't know what he was thinking. He should have did it to UFC then, because wrestling fans don't care about Hogan no more. It's over, bro.
No, it's over.
Yeah, like I said, all that racist shit aside, My dude, you still got the same character from the late 80s. Ain't nobody here for that, bruh.
Right.
He got more heat than when X-Pac had to go away heat.
Man.
Because you remember the X-Pac heat,
that was just funny. The X-Pac heat was just funny. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
I never got
really
that.
Yo, you dealing with
the X Factor.
I never got that shit. I liked X-Pac when he was on.
So did I. I liked him as 1, 2, 3 kid. I liked him as 6. I've always liked him.
I get it. I get it. It's one of those things. Like at the time, I liked him too. But looking back as an adult, I get it. When you sit back and look back at it, for the entirety of the Attitude Era, he was always on television. Always.
True. I remember when he almost I remember when he almost got knocked out by the Brat.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit with the Surreal Life, right?
Right.
Yeah, she had 2 champagne bottles. She was about to crack him over the skull.
Because after the curtain call, he joined WCW as 6, was part of the cruiserweight division. Then he left WCW, went back to WWF, and was part of the new babyface DX, which to me will always be the best version of DX '98.
Yeah.
And then
which Triple H had the leader.
After,
that one.
Right. Then after, yeah, right. And then in like '99, he had the tag team with Kane, which was actually a very over tag team. People forget how over
they were.
Kane and X-Pac were.
That led to the Rock say like, "My name is Kane," and I'm
pull candy ass.
Then you had the Triple H, and I'm sorry, the McMahon Helmsley regime, which then led to DX reforming his heels, and then when that sort of played his course, he was doing the whole X Factor thing with Just Incredible
and Albert.
Which that tanked so massively.
And there you go, Henny Garcia. He wasn't always a sidekick. He was actually the leader of X Factor.
No, the only one over X Factor was Albert, though.
But the difference in why.
I didn't hear what TKO said. No, you good. Who's that, TKO?
No, I was just saying Albert was the most over in the entire X Factor. Crazy thing.
All I know is Just Incredible is like one of the best wrestling names ever. That's
oh yeah,
here's the funniest.
That's incredible.
Hey, I loved him when he was in the Impact Players with Lance Storm. I loved him in ECW.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The funniest part about
what I was gonna say about X-Pac though is that unlike Hogan and a lot of them, I've never heard a bad word from the wrestlers about him as far as like his conduct in the ring and whatnot. Like he was always respectful to everybody. He just had his own personal problems. Yeah.
X-Pac heard he was a piece of shit backstage.
I heard he was a pretty good guy. I just heard that he was a piece of shit to himself is what I mean. Like he was always, high or something, but for the most part, he respected the people in the ring.
Didn't he used to shit in people's sandwiches?
What?
Yeah, he shit in somebody's gym bag or some shit. I think
he did that to Mark Henry.
The only
he got there because he got mad he was getting paid so much.
The only negative story I heard about Six-Pac was, and he did apologize, was when AJ was in TNA at the very beginning. Like this was like the very beginning of like NWA TNA. AJ had to work a match with X-Pac, and he couldn't find him. Like their match was next. It was like a regular. Remember they used to do those weekly pay-per-views, whatever.
Yeah.
And so AJ was looking for him because he knew he was working them, and they didn't know what the fuck they were going to do. So he was searching the old school asylum, and he couldn't find them anywhere.
Doing cocaine.
He was in the restroom doing cocaine. That's what he was doing.
He was just playing, right? He was doing it. That's the difference.
No, yeah. So AJ's.
But that's what I mean. Like everything he did, it was always to himself, and he's tried to make up for it.
AJ was a good old Christian boy, so he was like, "What the fuck?" He didn't know what the fuck to do. So he went and he got Disco Inferno because Disco Inferno was there for some fucking reason.
Oh
and
God!
He's there because he's gifted.
Hey, say what you want about him. Glenn Gilberti does know his stuff. He does know his stuff. I've never hated on Disco Inferno on a personal level, except for when he talks.
Jim Gilberti.
Like when he talks, it's annoying, but he does know the wrestling. You know what I'm saying? He does know. He has his mentality. He's not. I like him in the ring.
Here's the funniest part about X-Pac. if you notice back in his TNA days, his TNA name was Pac. So he was Pac before Devil became Pac.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
He was always Pac. He was always X-Pac, 6-Pac, 6, everything.
6-Pac. Yeah, he's a killer with that one. 6-Pac. Like what? Come on, that's what we doing. 6-Pac. Like you're a can of beer now.
Yeah.
Like come on. But yeah.
But he also had a good
guy.
podcast. I liked his podcast.
Oh, he don't do it no more? I used to listen to it from before.
Yeah, I don't know if he still does. It was good though. Like I said, like, yeah, he did a lot of shit, but everybody said, but he came back and apologized for it.
Did he used to get bitch slapped by China? Like China used to like abuse him on a weekly basis.
Well, they used to abuse each other.
They were both toxic.
Shit.
But it was like the only person I ever felt bad for in the industry was Chris Candido. I'm like,
oh god,
you could have easily beaten the shit out of all of these people, but you chose to try to be professional.
HBK especially led to Candido's death.
Man, that dude Candido, he was so in love with Sonny, man. It's so crazy how things turned out between them two.
Did you hear about Sonny when Jim Ross's wife passed away? Sonny wanted to move in with Jim Ross and said, "I can cook for you and this and that and whatever." And like, what?
Wow.
I was like, damn.
You know what my favorite Chris Candido story was? He was talking about when him and Scott Hall were both on the outs with wrestling, and they met on a plane. And he's like, at first we didn't talk to each other, but Scott Hall was like, "Man, why were you such a dick to me?" And Chris Candido goes, "Dude, you were a dick to me." And Scott Hall said, "Oh, I knew it was one of us." And he said, "We've been cool ever since."
They just had to talk it out. Yeah.
Well, no, everybody always said Candido was a great guy. It was his woman that was the problem.
Yeah.
The only person who was more fucked up to a person was Cena. I think, to Alex Riley when he took Mickey. Was it Mickey?
Apparently he did a lot. Like Alex Riley said he did a lot of stuff that affected the trajectory of his career.
Riley, but you're not talking about that though. You're talking about the Kenny Dykstra dude. That was his
Kenny
name.
Dykstra.
Kenny Dykstra. That's Kenny Dykstra. Yeah.
He actually just got chin music by Jacob Fatu earlier.
Really?
Yeah. He was one of the producers. He got chin music by Jacob Fatu earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, see, the culture is different now. That's actually one of the positive things about wrestling today. The culture is different now. Now you really will see really attractive chicks like dating lower card guys and shit. It's like, okay, cool, but like back then, like if you were like a fucking like a Hammenegger, like a guy that worked Velocity or Heat, and you was dating some really attractive chick that was also a wrestler, nah, you can't have that. Vince be like, when Vince would manipulate that shit.
Look at Makaze and Sasha Banks. That's a good example. He was a clothing designer.
Yeah, but they were together. Yeah, but they were together for a minute now.
Yeah. Now it's the sports news organization that's having women being tossed around like hoes.
Well, it was also like what I was also Mark Merrill and Sable, because remember that was his wife.
That story was so funny, yo. When this dude told that story and he figured out Brock Lesnar was the one that snatched up, he was like, "Hey, man, sometimes you gotta know when to hold him, know when to hold him."
Oh, Kenny Rogers.
He ain't want none of that smoke.
He didn't want to smoke with Lesnar.
It's a shame too because I liked him in WCW when he was Johnny B. Bad. I want to be Little Richard.
No, the fucking
man. He did have.
Yo, but he didn't want to fight Brock Lesnar, but he let Vince McMahon tongue kiss her every single week on television. Like, what the fuck?
He went from Johnny B. Bad to be Johnny B. Gone when Lesnar walked into the picture. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Well, he was already like,
said, hey man, you fucked my wife. Lesnar said, "What wife?"
I'm waiting. It'd be great heat. It'd be great heat because this is what makes wrestling popular back in the day. When you make pop culture references, will be great heat would be like if Ricochet cut a promo, or no. What he should do is Ricochet should actually I don't know if he could be allowed to do this, man. If this actually happened, oh my god, if this actually happened, TK, seriously, just fucking pay us. Ricochet should fucking find the Joy Taylor chick and take a photo with her, right, and then post it. Do a segment on Dynamite where he posts a picture of Joy Taylor and then have Swerve come out and be like, "Is that supposed to impress me? Who hasn't fucked that bitch?" Just
Oh
But the thing is with that, I don't think they should be having a conversation. After what Ricochet did to Swerve ain't coming through the talk.
yeah. Word though, this dude Ricochet just stabbed you with fucking scissors. Come on.
It's nothing.
By the way, how old is that?
Nothing to talk about. It's all smoke.
How old is that Bayless dude? Isn't he in his 70s or something?
Yeah, he's up there. Skip Bayless.
Damn, he's making Vince like a fucking Disney character. Jeez.
Yeah.
Over a
Hey, ain't no one above Vince in sleaze, okay? Vince was the king of sleaze and shall always be the king of sleaze. He was sleaze in the 80s and the 90s.
I don't know, bro.
Pay a check $1 million. What's that? That goes back to that movie. I think it's an Indecent Proposal. When they was in Las Vegas or something, and that rich dude offered this dude to sleep with his wife for $1 million.
Yeah, that was Robert Redford and Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson.
The chick was like, "Oh shit, I may have ovarian cancer. This is pretty serious." And he's just like, "Yeah. But how about we smash though?"
Yeah.
Go out with a bang.
But Ballet said Sonny don't cook in the kitchen.
Nah.
Harvey Weinstein.
Sonny would be pouring barbecue sauce on Jim Ross. There you go.
I did not need that visual at all. I didn't need that visual. I didn't need that.
The only problem is how she gonna cook. She's busy in prison. It's all gonna come from a hot plate. That means commissary.
Nice. She
no, this was before. This was before when Jim Ross
ramen noodles and summer sausage.
She was busy. She fucked up so bad. It was funny.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
She was blowing everybody on the ECW roster. Heard stories about Sandman and fucking Sabu. And
no relation.
Yeah. No, I know.
Didn't New Jack hit that more than once?
Probably.
New Jack said no. I think it was New Jack, but I remember when it came to Missy Hyatt, he went, no.
He said, you come burping, bitch.
He was messing with Terry Reynolds though. He was messing with Dustin Rhodes' ex-wife.
Oh yeah, the shit that he used to talk about with her, it was just awesome.
Yeah, man, he fucking turned Terry into an OnlyFans chick 20 years before that was a thing.
Right. Yeah. The only person that New Jack was actually scared of was what the heck? Luna Vachon. Luna Vachon, I guess that was the only woman he was afraid of.
Yeah.
Luna Vachon, she's another one that got a lot of respect in the locker room. Luna Vachon was loved by everybody. I think
she's a sweetheart. One bad
Luna.
Fucking Luna almost fucking castrated Stevie Richards in those matches. Fucking the testicular claw to death.
Did y'all remember what D'Lo Brown said about her? He said, "She's not the toughest in the locker room. Gangrel is the toughest in the locker room because he's married to her." He's like, "I seen her wall out." He's like, her and Medusa were because Medusa was another one you didn't mess with. Apparently, she take her heels off, put them on her hands, and start punching you.
Medusa, she's the other one that was caping for Tessa.
Yeah.
What
are you gonna do?
Does she work for WWE?
I'm talking about it. I don't know. I'm like, good.
Medusa, I think she got a Legends deal. I won't be surprised if she does.
Well, hell, remember the stupidest thing Hulk Hogan said was that wrestling fans are forgiving and Chris Benoit could be forgiven. I'm like,
He's like, my dude, what are you talking about? Yeah, there are some wackos out there that wants Benoit in the Hall of Fame, but the majority, fuck no. Ain't trying to see nothing about no damn Benoit.
He was my favorite wrestler, so it broke my heart completely.
Who is this guy? This Benoit guy? I never heard of him.
Oh, my bad. Benoit Christopher.
Benoit Christopher. I heard of him. Okay.
Gunnar Scott.
And plus, he's dead. So, come on
now.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He anything for the shine. It's like, yo, my dude, you still thirsty for the shine. What more do you need? I know he be praying to God to this day. begging for his back to be back to 100%. He just want that one leg drop. I know I got one more leg drop left, brother. Just one.
He wants one more season of Thunder in Paradise. He wants one more season of Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah, he's probably the one that probably walks up to Triple H and go like, brother, I need one more title match, brother. Like, wait, what?
That dude do a leg drop. His whole back was shattered like crackers.
The only tribute I do to Benoit is when I want to beat somebody up. I say I'm going to Benoit them, choke them out. That's all I do for Benoit. Choke them out.
I got no tribute for him. That dude completely broke my heart. That dude, he was my favorite wrestler. I was following him in WCW, ECW. So for that to happen, and then to Nancy was my favorite woman.
Yeah. The way she fucked with Mean Gene, always a classic.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Her with the Sandman, when she would light his cigarettes and hand him a beer.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how you valet.
I love when Austin was in ECW. He goes, hey, you woman over there, I got $5. I'll give you a run for your money.
The funniest person during those interviews was Ric Flair.
Oh god.
When women would final BG, woman,
woman, marry me now.
Speaking of lies told by wrestlers about celebrities, Ric Flair's Holly Berry story was great.
What story? I never heard this one. What story is that?
He said he had sex with her. She was on the Mile High Club, and she goes, "Who?"
Hey, like, man, Flair was a rock star at that time, man. I don't know.
She would have been like underage at the time.
Oh yeah, you're right. Just up and down, was like pushing 75.
Yeah, he's like 80 years old now. So whenever that would have happened, I'm like,
yeah,
dude, she was underage for most of that, and she was already no. Don't get it twisted. I would lie on her too.
in more ways than one.
Like one dude told me, he's all like, I don't care how crazy she is. That's Holly Berry. She can walk in my house and take a crap right in my living room floor. I'm like, girl, you nasty. As I pull out toilet paper, pick it up and be like, look, it don't even stink. And then throw it away.
Yo, she still looks the same to this day. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
But it was just funny because I'm like, I love good wrestler lies.
She got the Fountain of Royce in her backyard, Black Star? She got the Fountain of Royce in her backyard.
Holly Berry?
Holly Berry.
She shares it with Selma Hayek. That's another one that doesn't age.
That ass though.
This four-way cooked though.
Well, Hobbs, man.
Fountain of Royce is fucking Brian Cage, Lashley. Who else?
Yeah, speaking of Fountain of Royce, that dude Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh god,
Hobbs. Oh yeah,
#1 contender, man.
Yeah,
and it's like we all know he's gonna lose.
Say it about Bobby Lashley though. I don't think it's fair to say it about Bobby Lashley.
Wait, hold on. Let's talk about Hobbs before we get there. Let's talk about Hobbs real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like this dude, winning that gauntlet, whatever the case may be, and it's like I'm glad he's getting the push. But we all know he's not going to lose to Mox. I mean, he's not going to beat Mox. Excuse me.
Yeah, don't worry. He's in the box this week.
I think it should find a way. I think it should find a way for him to win, but don't win the title. I think they should do that to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, what's going on with Hobbs right now is he's in that spot where he's transitioning. You got people who show up on Dynamite like every week, but then you have those people that show up, and it's like they show up. But then, like, you don't see him again for like another month or another month and a half.
Right.
It's very frustrating. But once you get to that point where you're established, like you're a regular, and like you're on TV every week, then it's like, okay, you're good. He's almost there, because ever since he came back, now he's not on Dynamite every week, but we're seeing him more than we've ever seen him, which is good.
Like every 2 weeks, you'll see him.
Right, that's good. That's good. He had a match with Takeshita. He lost, but it was a competitive match. It wasn't like Takeshita just squashed him.
Then he saved Omega, I think, right?
Right. So what I think this is building to, and we all know TK fucking steals our ideas anyway. If I'm looking like he can lose to Mox, just make him look strong in the feet, whatever. I think the big victory for Hobbs, he should be the person to hand Lashley his first defeat. That's what I would do.
You think so?
I would build to Lashley Hobbs. Yeah, but now this is going to be later in the year. We're talking like double or nothing, or maybe even all in, which is in July now, right?
Do you think he breaks the Hurt Lock? That's how he beats him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Protected.
The powerhouse.
Yeah.
That's the
You
headlock. Yeah.
know what? You know
Yeah.
what? That might not even be a bad idea because Lashley kind of got over by breaking a full Nelson.
Yeah, the
But
master lock. Remember when he broke
master
the
lock.
master lock? Yeah, he got over.
Right.
yeah, they
Yep.
made
Matter of
that a
fact,
big
this is how we
deal.
do it.
They made a big
This is how we
deal.
do it right here. This is how we do it. Last year, when they did All In, they set it up where the winners of the Owen Hart Cup challenged for the titles in the finals, or rather, the winner got a title shot. So if they do the same thing this year, if they do the Owen Hart Cup, have Lashley and Hobbs meet in the Owen Hart Cup and have it go to a draw where Lashley can't beat him, right? So that's not technically a loss, but it's a draw. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Then
they
they
both
run
get
it back.
That's good. And they can
Right.
keep the
And
heat in. They can call for a rematch too. Like that. That sets up for a
Right.
rematch and all
Yeah, they can
kinds of
spin the
stuff.
block on that. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably,
They have
that's probably
them.
what I would do.
They have them face.
Yeah.
They have them face
Although
the
I will
C1.
say, I do got one thing to say about Hobbs. I just pray that they do not make Orlando Jordan his long lost brother because they look too much alike to me.
Oh god.
You know what? Now I can't unsee it. Now I can't unsee it.
When I first saw him, I said, "What happened to Orlando Jordan? When did he start becoming? When did he become a body guy?" That's exactly what I said when I saw Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Orlando Jordan."
Oh my god!
I'm sorry for putting that in the air. I apologize. Please, TK, don't listen
I
to me.
can't see it now.
Oh god! If I see him on Dynamite, I'm blaming you.
Oh god.
I miss my brother.
WWE, you ain't low.
I wasn't trying to diss him. I love Powerhouse Hobbs, but unfortunately, I'm like,
He do look
Orlando?
a little bit like Orlando Jordan, though.
I'm talking like if you look at the lips when they do certain facial expressions, I'm all like, OJ?
Like the haircut.
Yeah, that's the other problem. He didn't help his case.
No, but the funniest, like to me, there are 3 matches I want to see this year, and there's a possibility that all 3 matches actually happen. One, I want to see, I don't want to see Omega versus Okada. That match happened too many times already, so I don't want to see that. But I do want to see Okada Lashley. I kind of want to see that now.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I mean, like, because I mean, that's one thing I love about Lashley. Like, you could call it the roid or whatever, but I don't personally know because that's a military dude. So he's always been, big.
Yeah,
he's always been a big guy.
I tell you,
and he doesn't look different either. He looks the same as he did 20 years ago, just like Ron Killings does.
All thing he did was grow some eyebrows. That's it.
Yeah.
The main Omega match that's gonna cook, and it's a match you never even thought of. Omega and Swerve. That's gonna cook.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Wow.
But Swerve has to be heel. Swerve has to be heel for that match.
Yeah.
And Swerve must
is all-
win. Swerve has to win.
Swerve is already like a top guy, so he's already solidified, but he's still not the guy. Kenny can absolutely make him the guy.
Yeah. It's almost like passing of the torch match right there.
Yeah.
Passing of the torch. Yep.
I got
Kenny
one.
wins the title.
Who the
If
fuck
Kenny
is
wins
Buff
the title-
Diglett?
So what?
Ooh,
Buff Diglett? Who the fuck is that?
Buff Diglett. Sounds like an
What's it
80s
called?
porno
Like
star.
all Buff. Oh.
I want to see. I would like to see. And who would Sheldon Benjamin go against? Because I don't care. I've always liked watching him work. He just sucks on the mic.
Shelton Omega would be a great match.
I just want to see that. He has the best super kick to me. I don't know why. Sheldon super kick is just nasty.
Yeah.
Shelton
that
versus
Tiger knee.
Omega
I
would
love
be an
that
awesome
Tiger
match.
knee he does.
Make that a part of the sequence. I don't give a fuck. Just put the 2 as a ring.
My dude said, yo, and he got, who the fuck is Buff Diglett?
He making up names. Wasn't that one of the dicks?
Is that a rep?
I just thought it was like a made up
Pokemon.
Pokemon card. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah. I'm just looking it up. I'm like, what the fuck?
But number 2, on my list Is Drew Roman? I kind of want to see that match now.
Oh, that would be tasty.
Yeah, so what?
Drew versus Roman.
That would be
they're already
tasty.
hinting at that.
Whoa, that sounded wild. Pause. That would be tasty.
I ain't pausing nothing. You the one that thought that way.
Pause.
That's Patterson from the grave. Tasty. There you go.
That's Pat Patty.
Patterson back.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I was thinking of Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction. When he's like, "That's a tasty beverage."
Oh man.
But see, you're the one that took it in the wayness. You took it to a weird place.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was
and
crazy.
number one is Jacob versus Braun Breaker.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen this year.
Yeah, that'll happen. That's definitely
That's happening this year.
I got a wild card. I want to see Jacob Fatu finally get rid of Tongaloa. I'm sorry, he ain't doing that. I want to see him just destroy Tongaloa in a week.
He can end up destroying himself.
I'll toss the ladies a bone. I don't know why, but I feel like Jamie Hayter and Mercedes would be a really good match, and I feel like
you think that happens this year.
She needs to be around. Jamie Hayter, Tony Khan.
Jamie Hayter, she got to win a match first.
Yeah, she got to win some
He
matches.
also sheltered.
Jamie Hayter
They don't do much.
Jamie Hayter only lost one match since she's been back. She just lost to Julia Hart.
I thought she lost 2 matches or 3. I thought she
No,
was on a losing streak.
Nah, man, she's only lost one.
Okay, excuse me.
The best women's match, I think, would be Bianca versus Jordan Grace. Like, I think that match would be great.
That triple threat match they had was good. That triple threat
match that they've been teasing for like they've been teasing it for like 5 years now, but they don't do it. Is Rhea and Bianca? I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that.
Why that would be a good match.
Like, why they not doing that? I don't know.
I think they're trying to keep them apart though, because they're both way too over right now.
Yeah,
that's all the more reason to make the match.
And they probably don't want to diminish either one.
Here's the thing: like they're both over, but they're both over in different ways. Like Rhea's over because like she's over because of how she's used, but they haven't been doing fuck all with Bianca, but she's still over, which is a compliment.
As a Mania match, Bianca versus Jordan Grace would be a good match.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But also,
you got to put them in the tag team and make them like the Mega Powers. There we go. Hogan and Savage. Mega Powers.
The Mega Power. Had him do the Mega Power handshake.
And then they blow up.
But we got to remember, back in the day, like those big matches, we didn't really get them on TV like that. Like they would do some teasing, some talking, but mostly it was squash matches until you got there.
Yeah.
Now they just deliver them too much.
Except 2002. Never forget, on a random episode of Raw, we got Austin and Rock versus the NWO. The fuck, bitch. Really? I'm never gonna get over that. Really?
What?
And on a random Raw, we had Lita versus Trish Stratus.
Yeah,
that was a good match, though.
It was a great
kind of dropped.
Bro, there were so many matches that belonged on pay-per-view for free TV. That just tells you how
WCW used to do it all the time.
Dude, Star Power in WWE in 2002 was like fucking ridiculous. Like I invite anyone to just go and watch a random episode of a Raw or a SmackDown in 02, and by like 2025 standards, you're like, what the fuck? The Rock had a random non-title match against Eddie Guerrero. Like what?
Bro, we had fucking Edge versus Kurt Angle. That match was a fucking.
Oh yeah, that was on SmackDown. That was a SmackDown match, wasn't it?
That was a SmackDown match. It was a banger, bro.
You had Hulk Hogan casually tapping out to Kurt Angle in a random episode of SmackDown. Like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
Hulk Hogan passed out to Brock Lesnar. I remember that.
Like Hogan did do the job for certain motherfuckers. Like, remember he passed out to the Brock lock. Remember that Bill Brock lock?
That's because he had.
I've always said it. What it was what Hogan did was when he came back to WWE, he knew he had to play ball, because if he played ball, he knew that Vince would owe him one. And he cashed in that favor on fucking Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton, because he had no business beating Randy Orton.
And Shawn Michaels turned that match into the biggest show of all shows.
That was a complete spectacle.
He was flopping around like Devon Dudley.
Nah, man.
Oh,
Sean
and
was
by the way,
so
that's
fucking
a
petty.
WWE trivia note for those who don't know. Technically, Hogan's final WWE match was that Randy Orton match at what was that SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Bro,
was his
Shawn-
last WWE match.
Nah, man. Shawn Michaels was so petty for that match, though. But
Heel HBK was the funniest thing ever.
Oh my god.
Well, come
Yo,
on, you had
Shawn-
two of the biggest jerk offs and you had two of the biggest assholes going against each other. You knew it wasn't gonna go good.
None of them
Nah,
didn't
but
want to do the
that-
job.
But that's just
Hulk
it, though.
Hogan.
The match wasn't bad. The match
Like,
was
you knew
still good,
something-
though.
No, I meant you knew it wasn't gonna. You knew that Sean was gonna be a type of way, and you knew Hogan would be a type of way.
Like, you knew that heel Shawn was going to be something
HBK over
special.
Solomon.
When he came out of Montreal, I was like, "Who's your daddy, Montreal?"
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
That promo was hilarious. That promo and the Larry King segment was funny as shit.
Larry King.
Oh yeah, the brother.
Yeah.
But we were talking about the build up the matches. That's what I liked about Lucha Underground. At least Dario would be like, I know you want to fight, but give me at least a couple of weeks to promote it. Like he'd always do that. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Don't give it away.
Yeah, you gotta build anticipation.
Every time Dario said, "I had a unique opportunity," you knew somebody was.
Oh, I love that.
He's supposed to get fucked up every time he said that.
Too bad more people didn't see that show because I think that he was one of the greatest wrestling characters for what he had.
It was a channel that was on. It was on what, El Rey Network? A lot of people don't get that.
Unfortunately, what happened with Lucha Underground was it came too early. If it just come a little bit later, because now like you got a lot of shit on streaming. Like a lot of people don't even know Lucha Underground's on Netflix. All of it is there. You can just casually watch it.
Oh, word? I didn't know that.
That would kill.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Lucha Underground would have killed on Peacock. It would have.
Well, also before Lucha Underground, Wrestling Society X.
Yeah,
Same thing.
A lot of people didn't like that shit. I liked it.
I loved it. I watched it every week.
That shit was
For
like
a few episodes they had.
People were saying it was too carny.
Yeah.
It kind of was.
That was the point. Plus, I got to see clips on there, so I was happy.
It was too corny though.
Like, especially with the explosions, they said they didn't like the explosion. The explosions came off as a little corny.
The best heels in wrestling is when they always say, "You got to pay to see me."
Yes.
Those are always funny to me. Because Triple H always said that. MJF always says that now.
Yeah.
I think.
Hey, remember on Lucha Underground, one of the things I liked is they would have the champion, when he was a champion, sit on a throne and just watch all the proceedings all the way through it while they were going through their tournament. And I'm like, that's how you do it. He didn't have to wrestle any matches. He didn't have to deal with nobody. He just sat there with that beautiful woman while they observed who he was going to have to face eventually.
That's what they should have did with Okada when they came to that tournament. They should have Okada on that type of time.
That's Shao type shit.
No, who should make a comeback? Who should make a comeback in wrestling? He should make a comeback in AEW. Fucking Matanza should come back.
Oh man, that
He's
was
busy
my
being
guy.
Jeff Cobb. He just had a really good set of matches out in NGPW.
Yo, WWE, you ain't low, man. You just making the matches long than 3 hours.
But yeah, he's busy being Jeff Cobb. I just watched him at Wrestle Kingdom.
It's supposed to be like SmackDown's supposed to go back to 2 over in May.
Oh, I thought it was saved.
Like this is a test run.
3 hours. Oh, it's a test run. Okay.
Yeah, it's a test
That's a hell of a test run from now to May. That's more than a test run. That's like a season.
Right?
Yeah.
That's 3 episodes.
Shit, that's like a season plus, man. That's a season and a half.
What?
That's Dragon Ball Z.
because you got now, like, now is the winter time. Then you have fucking spring, and then you have summer. That May. Yeah, May is in the summertime. That's like 3 seasons.
Here's the problem, though. You need to fill content during the dead period.
Heck yeah.
And right now, we're about to enter the dead period come February.
Oh, we lost.
Yeah.
Not really. February. The Royal Rumble's February 1st. So
No. They're talking about like the sports calendar. We're about to enter the
after NFL.
Well, speaking of WWE, this is just confirmed. Jacob Fatu, Tama, and Tongaloa finished their scanning for the video game, so they're going to be in it.
Yes.
I don't know why they even doing this shit, man. Why they just can't make it like a updated DLC? This yearly 2K
No, I mean,
release is just so dumb.
No, I mean they were added in the game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, them for 2K5.
So I think the people
That's
that are going to be
why,
added
that's
this
why I
year,
don't play. That's why I don't play fighting games anymore. That's why I don't play sports games. It's just the
It's
same
corporate
roster every year.
greed. It's like the game. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like I think what's gonna happen is that like I think they're gonna add Jordan, they're gonna add Penta, they're gonna add Jacob, Tama Tonga Tongaloa.
I think Penta and the guns might be added on the DLC.
Yeah, they're gonna be DLCs. Yeah.
You think so?
There's
yeah.
There's this I don't know if y'all know about different Dragon Ball games, right?
Yeah.
A couple of years back, there's this one Dragon Ball game that came out. Not sure if anybody heard of it. It's called Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
I got that.
Yeah, I played
that's a good game.
It came out like in 2016, and to this day, the game is still receiving like DLC updates from just new stuff. And it became apparent a while back like there's not going to be a Xenoverse 3 because it's like they just keep adding shit in. So, but I feel like for sports games and wrestling games, it should probably be something similar to that.
Yeah,
where
every 2 years.
Just add
when
new
you
content
just
and
update
shit.
it. Either
update
this
rosters
shit.
and shit.
Yeah, either that or just wait. You could wait. Like there's still mad shit to do on 2K24.
No one's that patient.
Yeah.
The businesses ain't that patient. They just want to give me money, give me money.
No, but you're right about that. They could just add characters or add updates to the current game.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
Like for instance, great example,
what?
Grand Theft. Like with Grand Theft. You know what I'm saying? Grand Theft, like Grand Theft Auto 5, I've been playing that shit for like 12 years, 13 years. And the only dude they keep updating it, making it better.
You know what? To AEW's credit, they did the same thing with their video game. They actually did the same thing with theirs.
Yeah.
They just kept adding updates to it.
Because it's getting to a point now. I've noticed this. It's like unfortunate because it just shows the times we live in. We're at a point now where I appreciate when a game is released and it's finished on release because that's what it should be. But it's like because of the attention span nowadays, games that don't get updated now, they just die. Because people they just love to go back to games that keep updating, like Fortnite. I'm not a Fortnite guy, but I know a lot of people play Fortnite or like Minecraft and stuff. Like just so many games today revolve around updates and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I remember
the
best sports game.
It's all good, Anubis. Pleasure having you up here, B. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Like I remember the best sports game I ever played was like it wasn't the show, it was MVP Baseball. MVP Baseball 05.
I remember
like
that.
The best. Huh?
Is that what Manny Ramirez on the cover?
I remember that.
Yeah, like the game. Yeah,
that was a good one. Yeah.
Like the best part about that game was that like it was complete day one.
Right.
So
that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, fucking games comes out bugs and shit. It's crazy.
And I'm speaking from a casual perspective because I don't play sports games and I don't play wrestling games. I'm just a gamer in general. So as a gamer, I think of important stuff. That's what I'm concerned about. Like if I'm seeing a trailer or whatever, and I feel like a lot of, and maybe I don't know if this makes sense or not, because again, like I'm not a wrestling gamer, but every time I see like a new 2K game drop, maybe I'm tripping. I go online and I see the complaints that people have, and they're just complaining about irrelevant bullshit. Like for instance, I see people complaining about the wrestler that's on the cover of the game, and I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Is the game good? Does it have glitches? How many hours of gameplay am I buying here? Like, what's the full price? Does it have
2K,
online? Does it
they
have
didn't do that
what's it
for
called?
they
Rollback?
didn't
Where
they
it
didn't do
lags?
that for 2K20, and that shit sucked.
Oh God, that should have more bugs than a roast motel.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I thought my fucking PlayStation was gonna get a virus. Like, good lord.
That shit is that bad. It's really crazy.
Like, you remember when you remember LimeWire? That shit used to give you computer AIDS. I thought I was gonna get that.
Yeah.
I remember, right? And, like, this is what updates should be. Like, updates should only be for sports games. Like, it should only be for like jerseys and stuff like that. Like, it shouldn't be like a roster update until the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Then you can update the entire roster.
And they'll have some new features here and there. Granted, they have some new features, but it's like it's not to the point where it's like, oh my God, it has to be a release of a brand new game because it's only some new features here and there.
Yeah,
it's not nothing too major. Was to the point where you got to come up with a whole new game because ultimately it's not. It's you know what I'm saying. Just some, it's the same game with new mechanics.
It's the same game, just with different mechanics and different characters. That's it.
Yeah.
And for wrestling games, I think that the only update should be like
be the roster. Realistically,
they should be like 3 2K showcases. Like one at launch, one at Mania season, and then one at the end of the year.
Now you know what they should do? They should bring back SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah, that's
like that one too. But I think that they should have
true.
showcases too. Like I think that SmackDown versus Raw should have a showcase as well.
I like showcase mode.
Well, yeah. Well, Roman Reigns is going to be on the cover of the game this year, so
I still think it should have been Jay. Jay is popping right now.
Here's a funny part about Roman Reigns. Every single one of the games that he's on the cover in sucked. If you think about it.
Yeah, 2K20, that's one.
It's a Roman curse. It sucked.
Shit, him and Becky Lynch is on that cover.
Oh, jeez.
By the way, Cody's still stuck in the bloodline vortex.
Yeah, you see that, right? I'm like, here we go again.
Yep. Why is
Jimmy's not complaining because that's the only way he gets the main event at this point. So
that's the thing. No, that's what I thought too. Like, that's the sad part. Like, when this bloodline story dies, he gonna be in limbo because, especially if Jay wins the Royal Rumble, because I'm like, oh,
Jay's not winning the Rumble.
UBI Big Jim. UPS is hiring.
He over here dressed like he could. He wrestling like he's Air Jordan right now. So
Big Jim, are we sure Vince is gone? Man, someone check
right. That thing is so cringe.
He been saying that for a minute now. So this ain't nothing new. He came up with it himself.
Like, to me, like, I have a policy now when it comes to
that shit bogus, right, Ballet?
When it comes to people, like, okay, like Cena was, and tell me if I'm wrong, Toph, but Cena was a main eventer when I was 16, 17, 18. Like, am I wrong there? Or?
I don't know.
I want to ask you a question since you said Cena.
Go ahead.
I want to ask y'all all a question.
Okay.
Wagwan.
This is not just about Cena; it's also about Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy did an interview. That if he was in his 20s and 30s, if he would have cleaned up his act, he'd have been bigger than Cena.
I have 2 words for
I
that.
thought he already was.
No. I have 2 words.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
I remember. I remember. I got this one. I remember. When I was in school, but I was still in school back then, and I used to go on WrestleZone back then for my dirt sheets and shit. And there was a period, I want to say in the summer of 2008 to the winter of like 2009, because didn't Jeff win the WWE title to Armageddon? And it should have been three-way. Yeah. There was a brief period in like 08 to 09 where Jeff was like the biggest merch seller. He sold more merch than Cena, and nobody sold more merch than Cena. I remember that. It was very brief too. It was like a 5-6 month period where he was the highest merch seller and the company.
Then
So-
Matt Hardy happened and the push died.
Yeah, and I remember hearing a story. I don't know if this is true or not. This is many years ago. And Russell, because if you remember, because John Cena, Vince always had the red carpet for Cena at Mania. He always gave Cena like a big match. But if you look at Mania 25, it's actually kind of lame. He was in a three-way with Edge and Big Show. And to anybody that remembers, that story had nothing to do with Cena. It was like a love triangle between Edge.
Wasn't that the one when Cena lifted both Big Show and Edge?
Yeah, but it was random.
That was the
It
highest
was-
point of the match.
Yeah, it was random because like it had nothing to do with Cena, and it was like, why is he even in this? I read a report many years ago that apparently at one point Vince had considered doing Cena versus Jeff Hardy, which actually makes way more sense. But he changed his mind because according to the report, and again, this was years ago, but the report said Vince didn't trust Jeff. And
Makes sense.
When you look, when you look at like what Jeff did later, because didn't he get fired later that year? Didn't he get in trouble or something?
Yep, and the brilliance of
he kind of screwed up a little. He kind of screwed up a little bit, yeah, with that DUI. But
yeah,
I don't really. I don't really blame Vince for that. But you could have given him like a better position.
No. Ball game over was against all odds. Was it against all odds? One of those
Oh
pay-per-views.
God!
No, you're right. It was
no. That was Victory Road. It was
Victory Road. Yeah, Victory Road.
Yeah, that match was Sting.
But I can't say if Jeff would be like a bigger like star than Cena overall. But
equal.
There were definitely points where the potential was there for that to happen. But
Cena would have put a squash if Hardy was going to be a bigger star than Cena. Cena would have put a squash. He probably would have planted drugs in his bag or something.
That Triple H would have squashed him over.
No, I don't. As far as Jeff being bigger than Cena, you can make the argument. But if he would have,
it would have been even.
If he wasn't a fuck up, he would have maintained it. But
they would have been even. That's what I would have said. They would have been even.
Well, here's my question about that. Since you brought up Cena, I've always wanted to ask other people about this because they were building up Cena and Batista at the same time, and by 2005 standards, Batista was number one and Cena was number two. But at some point, they clearly switched. When did they switch?
When Batista got injured.
Oh yeah, he did get hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think Hardy's fuck up was Booker T's game. Like the biggest beneficiary of Jeff Hardy fucking up was Booker T.
Well, was he?
Is that when they started pushing King Booker? Or when he won the King of the Ring?
That was
about that same time.
I disagree. That was in 2006, dude. Jeff didn't come.
Oh, that was 06?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was 08.
Any guy said Jeff Hardy's invited to the cookout. Yeah, he's the one that brings the drugs.
Just keep him sober. He could come.
Keep him sober. Yeah.
Yo, what is Kevin?
Israel and Palestine are going to get along.
Yo, Sean, your responsibility is to watch Jeff.
Yeah.
Yo, why did the Usos wrestle in these heavy ass Air Force Ones? I know them shits weighing.
I don't know. Oh, I forgot to mention this. So everybody knows about the Hogan thing, but to those who don't know, at the Raw Netflix, they had a show, or rather a segment for the crowd that showed the Royal Rumble in Saudi. And the fans booed that.
They edited that out too, I think. Yeah.
And it's been reported that every time they show it at live events, the fans boo it. So any Saudi Rumble announcement you see on TV is edited. And I was joking with Nate the other day where I said, "Well, fuck, if Punk doesn't main event this year, he's fucked."
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wait 2 more years.
2 more years. Jesus.
Enjoy that blood money, Phil.
Yeah. Be seeing Social Security fucking by the time he gets a main event. 65.
I think, and like this is just me just like spitballing here. is that like they're going to do Roman Rock in Saudi. That's the only possible
Bro, it's
place
over.
where they can do
Let
it.
it go. Let it go. We're not doing this, bro. It's over.
No. Like I'm saying that if they're going to do it, that's the only place that they can.
They're not going to do it. It's
They're
over.
not gonna do it. Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that they are. I'm saying if they are going to do it, the only possible way to do it is in Saudi.
There is no way you can do it. You can do it in the next 2K game. You do it in the next 2K game. That's what you do it.
The bum out of the week queued up. This dude TKO requested this.
Oh yeah, super kick.
And Jimmy takes the pin again.
Of course he does. And after Jacob hit him with like 3 finishes stored. This dude
Jimmy,
Jacob
you in the pin this week.
This dude Jacob is not human, man, and I love it.
Love it.
You got a better chance seeing the Mets win the World Series then.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Oh,
this one. Here we go.
Oh,
that's a good one.
He's in position.
Wow. Yo, Sean kicked The Rock like he owed him money with that.
He kicked him in the mush.
I watched the one with Hogan when Hogan got super kicked by HBK after that match on Raw. That was awesome.
The spear is worse.
Cody left Jimmy?
Cody left Jimmy to fight Kevin Owens.
Oh.
The Rhino spear is worse.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'm not even like whatever. Like if Rock doesn't want to do the match, fine, whatever. Like because I never thought the match was going to happen anyway. My thing is, I'm less concerned about Rock just being all hubby and friendly and shit. I think that made Cody look fucking bad because he's in the ring cutting a promo and Rock's talking about Mama Rose and Cody's out there like, oh, Dwayne. Like,
he's such a crazy rapscallion.
I got something better for that. I got something better. This dude Cody is drinking vodka with The Rock, and this is the same dude that beat you bloody in the rain.
Right in front of that same bus y'all getting drunk in front of.
Yeah. And the other thing too is like this dude pinned you in the tag match on night 1, so like you're never getting your heat back. This dude fucking deboed you, bro. The fuck?
And wiped his blood and put on his weight belt. Jesus.
Mama Rose.
Yeah.
In front of his
That
mom.
tells you WWE thinks the fans that suffer from amnesia or something we forget. No, we don't forget.
WWE amnesia.
They still think we forget that Jimmy fucking broke up the bloodline. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he's the one that fired the first shot.
Which they still haven't talked about, by the way.
Didn't Jay brought that up? He was like, wait a minute, it was you. You did this.
That was Jimmy, my guy. He super kicked Roman in the face.
Black Salt talking about when they was about to have their match at Mania. And Jay told Jimmy, like, my dude, you was the one that started this whole shit.
Michael Cole, to his credit, I don't know when this was. It was like maybe a week or two before Mania. He said some line, and he tried to make it make sense. He said something along the lines of, Jay had the confidence to leave the nest. Jimmy didn't. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. But you need to get them to verbally say that in a fucking promo. And they never did. So
they never really did. They never really did any promos. They just booked the match.
I'll tell you. I said before. I'll tell you where Jay and Jimmy died. Jay and Jimmy died at the Rumble last year when the Rumble, because we were here live. The Rumble started with Jay and Jimmy, and it went nowhere.
They didn't do anything.
Yeah, they didn't do nothing. Yeah.
They didn't even.
Why would you have them? Right, because when they first started off the Rumble, I'm thinking like, okay, they're gonna go the distance, like they're gonna be like in the Final Four or something,
right?
You know, and then like they're gonna like eliminate each other or some shit.
But not only did they not do that, neither one of them eliminated each other. They got eliminated by somebody else.
Jimmy
they barely even focus on each other. Like, remember, like they had a little tiff, just a little something light, and then that was it. They ain't do nothing else throughout the duration of the Royal Rumble match.
That's how you know, like, there was no plan. So I would respect them more if they just manned up and just admitted you guys were just fucking making it up as you go. That's what happened.
Didn't Gunther eliminate Jay?
No, Gunther eliminated Jay, and Braun Breaker eliminated Jimmy. And then after that, I'm thinking like, okay, well, I guess that's it then. And
I'm thinking that we all thought that
no title.
we all thought there was going to be a feud between Jay and Gunther after that, which is what we predicted. But then the minute they booked that match on Raw and had Jimmy interfere, I'm like, okay, Jesus Christ.
But I see a bright future. I see a bright future for Jay this year, though. Especially him pinning Drew McIntyre clean. They might have a plan for him this year.
Yeah, he's my early favorite for Money in the Bank if he doesn't win the Rumble.
Yeah. I think Jay's gonna win Money in the Bank. I don't think he's winning the Rumble. He's winning Money in the Bank.
If Jay doesn't win the Royal Rumble this year, he's
winning Money in the Bank.
He's at least got to be one of the final four.
You guys see that post with Sami Zayn at the basketball game or no?
Oh yeah, I see that shit.
Oh my god, I was fucking dying. Fucking McIntyre, Sami Zayn taking L's in the crowds. I'm like, oh, they do look like him. Oh shit!
I'm telling you, Drew versus Roman. Take my money now.
You know what's crazy is that Drew and Roman have had 2 matches, but both times there was no story. So, actually, no. They had 3 matches. The first one was when Roman came back from his cancer. And nobody really cared about that because people may have forgotten. That was the match after Kofi won the WWE title, so nobody remembers that.
Then Drew was a part of Shane's Death Squad.
Right. The second match they had was during COVID, which people don't want to remember. That was when I think Drew was WWE champion.
Yeah, that's when it was champion versus champion. Yeah,
that was actually a pretty decent match.
That was a really good match. That match was good.
That was right. Then the third match was Clash at the Castle. That was the only one that kind of had like a little bit of a story.
Yeah, had a story.
But if they have a match now, like now they can actually have like a legit, actual, like real.
That would make sense.
Feud. Yeah.
Who won the first match?
Roman's won all of them. That's the funny thing.
Okay, yeah, he definitely got to get his lick back. He definitely got to get.
Yeah. That's the story. Yeah, you could that could be the story. You know, Roman could basically be like.
Drew should be the person who eliminates Roman from the Rumble. Just Claymore the living shit out of him.
That's right. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. If
this Rumble's gonna be. They better not fuck this up because every time we be like, "Oh, this is gonna be interesting," WWE's gonna cook. It end up being underwhelming. I really hope they don't drop the ball on this Rumble because this Rumble is so unpredictable.
I think they should go the Bret Austin route with Drew and Roman. You know, just let it be a grudge match at Mania, no title or anything. I think
they have Roman.
They don't need to have Drew.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
As a matter of fact, this is what you do. This is how you book it. I don't know the match order or whatever, but I would assume it would be near the end of the Rumble. Have Drew come in, have him eliminate a few people, you know, whatever. And then, you know, Roman comes out. I'm assuming this is probably going to be like, you know, maybe 26, 27 near the end, whatever. And then Roman eliminates Drew. You know, Roman eliminates Drew. You know, Roman does this thing.
Bullshit.
You know,
He comes back. He comes back.
And then out of nowhere, Drew just comes back and just claymores Roman's head off and then just eliminates him. You know, and then they just get into a big brawl, you know, like, you know, Water Rumble is like still in progress, you know, all that.
Yeah.
And there you go. There's their Mania match. Just Roman and Drew. No titles. No tribal chief. The
final four, and like I'm sorry if I keep on changing it, but the final four should be Jay, Punk, Seth, and maybe who's an insignificant person.
You're gonna put Cena in the final four. Come on, you gotta have Cena in the final four.
Cena.
You have
you
to.
Gotta
but what about Roman? Roman, you want to have Roman in the final four?
No, maybe like 8, final
Roman
8.
gets decapitated by Drew.
He should make it close to the end, but
yeah,
fuck him over.
Yeah,
Roman
like maybe 6, 7, something like that.
There's no way he'll be in the final four.
No. Cena's definitely in the final four. They're gonna fucking build that shit up.
Well,
this dude, Blacksaw said this dude, Dom should eliminate Cena.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
Oh God, yeah.
Whoever eliminates Cena, it needs to be a young prospect.
Yes, Dom.
Carmelo, a Dom. What's the dude's name? The Escobar guy. Just someone like that.
Santos Escobar.
Well, next week Solo Sikoa is coming back, so you know he's probably going to be in the Rumble too.
The two who should eliminate Cena is either Braun Breaker or Dom. One of those two.
Yeah.
Watch ADO, what to do though? What's good?
Watch them look around and have Logan Paul do it.
Oh God!
Don't jinx it.
I'll fly to Connecticut and bitch slap Trips if that happens.
You know the latest. You know the latest rumor is to have him fight Gunther, right?
Hey, I mean,
Yeah.
the positive is that it'll turn Gunther into a babyface. So,
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Ohio State just beat Texas. Ohio State and Notre Dame is going to be the national championship game.
Oh boy.
There you go.
They're the favorites too, right? Ohio State. I would think.
I want to continue playing my damn Spider-Man. I'm getting
Ohio State's about to.
which one you playing, Sam?
The second one.
Oh, that one's okay. It's okay.
What? That shit is great.
Which second one? Which second one? Miles Morales or?
No, the one after Miles Morales. The second one. Spider-Man 2.
It's mid, bro. You'll feel different when you finish. I promise you will. We'll talk about
it. Anyways, let's get up out of here. Does Raw have a card up? Do they got something going on for them? Do they have?
They're supposed to do the finals for
the Intercontinental.
I know Penta's fighting Gable. I guess Penta's gonna be fighting
Penta's fighting Gable, right?
Yep.
We know Penta's debuting. We know
kill the entire American-made stable.
Somebody. They need to move him to SmackDown. That's what they need. But who do you think's winning that IC title, Lyra or Dakota?
Lyra. And Dakota Kai, shouts go out to her, man. Like, I'm glad that WWE gave her that showcase and let her show what she can really do.
I she sucks, but she doesn't suck.
I think Dakota wins, and then EO probably turns heel.
The fans like her.
Have it be Lyra versus Dakota.
You know.
Henny guy, like I like it, but yeah, the storyline, like I think I know what Topher's talking about because I don't want to spoil too much, but the storyline does get a little like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if it happened in the comic book or they just dug it out their own ass and just put that shit there. Like if you used to play the game, you would see what I'm talking about, but the gameplay is fun as fuck.
Yeah, the gameplay is great. Yeah, the gameplay is great. It's the story that's not that good and a bunch of other stuff. But
yeah, because at first the story was pretty cool. Then it just threw me for a loop. Like, wait, what? Huh?
I cannot wait for Wolverine to come out. I want Wolverine to come out.
Oh hell yeah! For the PS5, yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm making a note right now. We'll talk about it next show. We'll go because I don't want to spoil you. I'm hoping you'll probably be further by then.
What?
Cool. Well, let's go on with the Raw Netflix. The second episode. What else is going to be on that card?
Well, so far all I know is that Penta's debuting, the finals of the IC title tournament, and there's going to be a street fight between Priest and Balor.
That should be fun.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
You mean Penn Balor? Okay.
Oh god.
I feel so bad for Finn Balor. Man.
Yeah,
he signed on the dotted.
He's basically stuck. He's stuck where he's at. Like he's like in limbo right now. He gotta get away from Cringeman Day, man. He gotta get away from them dudes.
He doesn't even have Ziggler's spot because at least Ziggler actually won some matches, but he hasn't won any.
No, man, he's in the Ziggler spot. His job is to make other people look good. That's what he does.
No. It's worse. It's worse than that. He's on the
Also, what do y'all think about Judgment Day's new theme song, though?
Don't care.
It's
I don't think it don't sound bad. I just don't think it fits them.
Yeah, and I don't know why they try to revamp them and all that. They should be wrapping up. Like, okay, that's it.
Honestly,
they're trying to say that Aleister Black's going to be the new leader.
If Finn loses to Priest, then they should turn on Finn right there.
You know what? I really wouldn't mind that. Now that you mentioned that, Black Star, like if this dude Aleister Black was to just come through and give them a new focus, a new set of direction, maybe it could work. I don't know.
I don't think that's.
I'll be a little interested, but
I think that's going to be some Andrade shit if you do that.
That's not a good idea at all. I don't think Black should get mixed up in that. I would rather see Aleister Black versus Finn Balor than have him team up with him.
If you're gonna pair him up with anybody, pair him up with the Cross guy. He needs to help.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross and
Killer
Black, that would
Cross?
be cool. That would be cool.
Like I said, just have him go to Impact. I'm not against
I'm not against that
Impact.
either. But like I said, and I was talking about this with TKO earlier, and this isn't a shot at Black or whatever. Some fans, y'all need to understand that some wrestlers, they're just going to be middle of the world regardless of what company they're in. Some of these wrestlers are just going to be mid-card guys. They're not world champion material. It is what it is. You know, I don't think Andrade is world title level. I don't think Black is world title level, but that doesn't mean they're bad.
A good match for Aleister Black, like right away.
Catering.
No, like a good matchup. Like good matchup for Aleister Black and TNA will be Mike Santana.
Right. No, I was just saying that the last show. Like I'm liking this dude Mike Santana. Like he's really getting more comfortable as a solo wrestler and all that. His promos is getting better. His in-ring work is getting better.
He found the fountain of rights.
It's all about star power. It's all about star power, and it's all about the talent pool. Like the bigger the talent pool and the bigger the star power, the harder it is to break out. But the smaller it is, the easier it is.
Yeah.
Some of these dudes, they could be world. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Some of these dudes, they could be a world champion, like on a TNA, MLW, NWA, Ring of Honor. But like on the bigger stage, like AEW, WWE, like nah, bro. Like you gonna be like Intercontinental title, US title, TNT title. Like that's your peak, basically. You know, unless you go somewhere else and you reinvent yourself to get bigger, like a Drew or a Lashley or Christian. Like that's gonna be like your peak. But most wrestlers are not gonna do that. They're gonna go for the money, and I can't blame them because you got to get paid, right? So,
but if Black goes to TNA, it will be a bet on yourself moment.
Yeah,
I think if he went to TNA and he stayed there for like a year or two,
it'll be a bet on yourself.
WWE, he would definitely be like a main eventer, like day one, for sure.
Dude, they got to work on these wrestling names. Mike Santana sounds like a Telemundo news reporter. What the fuck, Mike? Santana.
Like on some shit like how Mike Santana's acting. That's the type of time this dude Damian Priest should be on. He should be acting like that.
Yo, since you mentioned Santana, I remember. I can't believe that this seems like fucking light years away. When Jericho was still in the good graces of fans, when the Inner Circle was still a thing, but they were going through the breakup. Do y'all remember that one Dynamite segment where Jericho was beefing with Pride and Powerful? And I remember Santana had.
I thought the match was going to be Santana versus Jericho. That's what I thought.
I remember they had a promo battle, and I remember Santana held himself pretty well.
Yeah, he could talk.
He's
is he related to Tito?
Yeah, man, that's his nephew.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
I'm fucking around, man. I'm fucking around.
Oh, I was gonna say, man.
Let's get him out of here. Though, be like,
that's a good way to end it.
Let's get him out of here. Appreciate y'all.
I'll take 2 tacos and a burrito, Santana. Jesus.
Appreciate y'all hitting up the thumbs. Appreciate, y'all pulling up to the table, talking y'all ish. We're gonna do what we do on next week. And I'm thinking about going live for Maximum Carnage too, because that look like a pretty interesting card. So we might pull up on Wednesday and see, what I'm saying? See what's good with AEW.
WWE is being diabolical, putting NXT New Year's Eve on.
Oh yeah, the replay on Collision. Yeah, you know how WWE like to be petty with it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
diabolical shit.
Let's get up out of here.
Yeah,
appreciate y'all for pulling up, B. All Days Off, Ballet, Anubis, Henny God. You already know the vibes, B.
Happy birthday to this bum.
Enjoy y'all weekend and well wishes go out to LA, man. Y'all keep your head up out there.
Yes, sir.
And God bless you guys, man.
All right. Josh, I ain't forget about you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Let's get up out of here. Enjoy y'all weekend. Peace out, motherfuckers. Power.